Right, so we're a small rural business based in the middle of nowhere in Devon, southwest England. And we've just had Starlink delivered. It is designed for the residential user. Apparently our address isn't quite close enough to being able to be connected. It's only 500 yards away from an address that does, so I'm presuming it should work. Taking a massive risk, it's quite a big investment. We're going to plug it all in to see if it can make our terrible internet better. Let's crack on. All know and are familiar with the run speed test on Google. This is our 4G internet at the moment. This is what we're getting through the 4G. This is what we're up against on general use when sort of 4 or 5 people are using the internet here. This is terrible. Now you imagine what it's like when we upload a YouTube video. There we are, download 0.21. Is it even gonna make 0.1? Probably not. Oh, it has, yeah, oh. That is what we're up against. Your internet connection is very slow and we're trying to run a business off of it. We actually went to 4G about 3 or 4 years ago. This is worth the risk because if it works, great. Having a look, see what other people have done with it. Hopefully we can make a difference to our business, how we operate and how quickly we are. You know, if we're stood here at the counter talking to a customer and we're trying to find something, it's sometimes, you know, literally watch the tumbleweeds blow past. Let's get it all plugged in and see if we can make a difference with it. Let's go. Right guys, so if you're not familiar with it, Starlink is part of SpaceX. Yes, that is SpaceX's logo. I was very excited to receive a parcel from SpaceX. Look at that, I'm actually gonna keep that because that is just amazing piece of paper with the SpaceX logo in it. But if you're not familiar, they supply something called Starlink, which is a satellite broadband. Yes, very exciting. And the satellite broadband is obviously the satellites in the sky, as in like thousands of them, and there's going to be even more. So your broadband signal is picked up rather than from a mast or through the cable, it's through a satellite, a bit like your Sky TV if you've got that. So there's the stand, it doesn't obviously go in there, that's the stand for it. Right, there's a dish. Some of them are round, this one's square. I got an email from them the other day saying, oh, we've updated your Starlink to the square or rectangular dish. And then you've got lots of cable and a router. I need to go on the roof now because you've got to point it towards the sky. I think I'm going up on my own because Will doesn't like heights, so we'll see how much of this we can film. But firstly, I've got to get this on the roof, which always a fun job. I might not recommend this to do as a self-install for other people. Right, so I've actually got to get on the roof now. Right, we're up, Starlink's up. Hello, how are we? So I cable tie it for the time being, then once I'm happy, we'll then probably screw it down. Where you put it, it's got to have complete visibility to the sky, which I know we've got some cloud today, but we haven't got any trees above it. There's no roofs above it. Roofs? Roofs, James. Because as an old apprentice once said to me, he said, I say old apprentice, he's young, he said, if you can't fix it with cable ties, you're not using enough cable ties. Or as the Americans call it, zip ties. Right, that's now not going to fall off the roof, which I'm happy about. It's not firm, obviously. I'm now going to work out the cabling and get it plugged in. It's not fall off now, James. So we've got everything connected. It seems to be working really, really well. Only problem is at the moment, it only works obviously through the Wi-Fi because you can't actually plug an Ethernet cable in. But don't worry, we've got another bit ordered for that. So we're going to do a speed test on my phone because I can connect that wirelessly to the router and see what that comes up as. I'm very excited to see what it does. It's a nice sunny day now as well. Not like it was when I was outside just now. It's really, really bright. So let's do a speed test for this and see what it comes up as. So we've got good signal on Starlink. So let's go start. Oh, ping. Ping was 29. Put my glasses on. Look at this. Look at that. It's amazing. That is the download speed of 181 compared to what, like 2 or whatever it was. It's mental. And upload speed. The upload speed isn't amazing, but that's still very, very good and much better than it was. Right, so yes, we know it works really, really well on the Wi-Fi. The signal on the phone is brilliant, but we now have another little box from Starlink. I know, just collecting Starlink boxes, I think. Inside it is a connector, yes. Quite expensive little bit of cable. But this means that we can plug an Ethernet cable into it. So that means we can plug our switchboard that runs the business into the Starlink router, but then we should be able to power the whole business of it. It'd be interesting to see once we've got like 4 or 5 people using the computers, what that download speed is then. So we'll play a few videos on it and see what actually happens. Right, let's connect this up and then have a look on the computer, see what the speeds are like. Let's go. Right guys, I'm afraid I'm going to turn your internet off because I'm going to plug you into Starlink. I know, exciting. Right, let's go and plug it in. Goes in the back of there. This is where none of them have got internet, probably. So it is all connected. I'm going to click the run speed test button. So on this computer last time, it was like 0.2 download speed, which is nothing. And that's when a few people were using the computer. So we've done the same again. We've replicated our situation on the same computer, same lead, just literally unplugged the 4G router and plugged in Starlink. Ready? Speed test. Ah, look at that. That is cool. That is revolutionary. I know a lot of people around the country, around the world, will get, a gigabyte or, 800-900 megabytes worth of download speed. That 28.6 is going to make a difference, massive difference to us here. I'm quite impressed with that. Let's see what max we can get out of it. That's a good idea. Right, so this is just the guys using just general data. They're not watching any videos or anything like that. So just general work stuff. So let's try that test again. And not a massive increase, but it's still better. Oh, is it going to touch the 30 mark? It might touch the 30 mark. See what it comes up as. 30.1. That is cool. That's very good. But nice to know that you're using videos. There wasn't a great deal of difference on the bandwidth, is that what it's called? I don't know the technical terms. And 11.7 upload, which is fine, It's not great. The upload speed, even on my phone what it was, I was quite surprised how low the upload speed was compared to the download speed. But whether that's because obviously a dish is worked as a receiver rather than a transmitter, and to go to the satellite, then perhaps there's some difference there. There's probably someone else's video talks a lot more technically than I do about it. But what this test is about is that we live in the rural countryside and run a business in a very, very rural area here in Devon, and we wanted to see if Starlink would make a difference to our business. Well, it's definitely going to make a difference. I'm still going to run the 4G alongside the Starlink because you don't know where these technologies, how they change or something might break down. We're a business, it's nice to have a backup. So we're still going to run the two alongside each other and see how we get on with that. But Starlink is only going to improve. The more satellites Elon Musk puts up into the sky, atmosphere, whatever you want to call it, the better it is going to get. It is already very, very good in my eyes, and it's only going to get better. So yeah, definitely worth it. If you're in a rural location, give it a go. Definitely try it. Right, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. We'll do some other cool stuff as well. We'll see you soon.